Hi all, welcome to the video. This is Fundamentals in 5 minutes, where I take topics relevant to startup founders and challenge myself to summarize them in 5 minutes or less. Today's video is all about SaaS metrics, what they are, how they're used, and why they're important. Can I get there in under 5 minutes? You'll need to watch to the end to find out. Hey, Aidan Keneally here, professional founder coach and advisor, helping you, the startup founder, to be better than yesterday every day. Here in these videos, the focus is on you and your business. So if this is the first time seeing one of my videos, please feel free to subscribe for more content just like this. Today's topic is all about SaaS metrics. There's lots to cover, so let's put 5 minutes on the clock. There it is, and let's get into it. First up is customer acquisition costs. Customer acquisition cost, or CAC, measures how much a company spends to acquire customers. CAC is calculated by adding all the costs associated with acquiring a group of customers and dividing it by the number of customers acquired. For example, if a company spent $100 on marketing in a year and acquired 100 customers in that same year, their CAC would be $1. CAC is used to measure the efficiencies of a company's marketing efforts and is usually reported in context with customer lifetime value, which is what we're going to discuss next. Next up, customer lifetime value. Customer lifetime value, or LTV, is the measure of the amount of money your customers will spend over the lifetime of their engagement with your business. In its simplest form, LTV for SaaS companies is calculated by multiplying the average monthly subscription amount a customer pays by the average number of months they subscribe for. For example, if a customer pays $10 per month and their average subscription to your platform is 12 months, the LTV is $120. LTV is used to measure the profitability of your customer. If LTV is higher than your CAC, you are earning more than it costs to acquire new customers, and this is what you want. Now, onto churn rate. Churn rate, or churn, is the annual percentage rate at which customers stop subscribing to a service, i.e., it's a measure of customer retention, as it describes the proportion of lost business within a given time period. In its simplest form, we calculate churn by taking the number of churned customers and dividing it by the total number of customers. Churn can be measured as a dollar figure or as a customer figure, depending on the context. But in general, the lower the churn rate, the better. Why churn is important for SaaS companies comes down to cost of acquisition. It costs much less to retain existing customers than it does to acquire new ones. Next up is annual recurring revenue. Annual recurring revenue, or ARR, is a measure of the total revenue your business earns on a recurring basis per year. To calculate annual recurring revenue, we annualize our monthly recurring revenue, which is also known as MRR. When we do this, we have to be mindful to take into account any expansion, downgrades, or churn from our existing customer base. For a simple example, if a company has 100 customers paying $10 per month, then their MRR is $1,000 and their ARR is therefore $12,000. ARR is typically separated from other sales revenue due to its ongoing benefits to the business, as it can be relied upon as a consistent income over time. We're now at halfway, time to check in with the clock. How are we going? It's tight, but let's push on. Up next is net dollar retention. Net dollar retention, or NDR, answers the question, what does the dollar of MRR earned today equate to over time? To calculate NDR, you use the following equation. You sum up starting MRR plus expansion, less downgrades, less churn, package that together and divide it by the starting MRR. Now remember, expansion equals increased revenue from existing customers, downgrades is decreased revenue from existing customers. And we've already discussed churn. Any NDR figure over 100% is positive, as it means you have both net negative churn and your revenue is expanding within your existing accounts. For example, a company starts the month with $10,000 in recurring revenue. Over the month, it added $2,500 in expansion revenue, but has had $1,000 in downgrades and another $500 in churn. It now has $11,000 in recurring revenue and an NDR of 110%. This means the net revenue from expansion has increased the recurring revenue. Net dollar retention is an insightful metric as it gives us the ability to dig into our growth in a more detailed way than simply looking at MRR alone. And on to cash burn rate. Cash burn rate, or burn rate, is calculated by taking a company's top line revenue and subtracting its expenses. If expenses are greater than revenue, then the net loss figure is how much the company is burning per month. Burn rate is critical for SaaS companies that are spending more than they're earning to meet growth milestones. For example, if a company has 100k in sales but has 300k in operating expenses, the company has a burn rate of 200,000. Cash burn rate is arguably the most important metric for SaaS companies, as it gives a very easy read on a company's capital needs. I have another FI5 video all about burn rate, and I've linked it in the corner if you want to dive into this in more detail. And finally, cash runway. Cash runway, or runway, is an easy articulation of how long the company has before it runs out of money. Runway is calculated by taking the company's average burn rate and dividing it by its total cash balance. The result is the total number of months the company has before it runs out of cash. As an example, if a company has $2 million in the bank and their average monthly net burn is $200,000, then the runway is 10 months. Or in other words, the company has 10 months worth of cash before it runs out. And with that about wraps it up. So let's check in. How did we do? Ooh, looks like we just missed out. Ah well. It's important to remember that SaaS metrics are a broad and complicated topic when you really dig into the detail. There is a lot more detail and nuance to SaaS metrics. And while each metric listed above are critically important for SaaS companies to be aware of, it's important not to fixate on any one in particular. It's also important to remember every SaaS company is different, and you need to consider your unique circumstances before blindly following any rules of thumb that have been created around these metrics. Yes, benchmarking can be helpful in providing context and framing reasonable expectations when establishing your business, but once you begin tracking your metrics, it's critical to establish your own benchmarks and understand the systems behind the numbers so that you can get a full picture of the health of your business. And that's it. If you liked this format and found this video useful, then hit the like button and feel free to share this with any other founders that may also find it of use. I'll be doing these FI5 videos on each metric soon, so subscribe to the channel to ensure you're notified when they come out. If you have any questions on the SaaS metrics mentioned in this video, or would like to understand how I can help you and your business, then reach out via the links below or come find me on LinkedIn. I offer free 45-minute sessions to any founder looking for advice. These sessions are a chance to discuss you and your business, so feel free to take advantage of them and reach out via the link in the description box below. Until next time, my name is Aidan Keneally, professional founder coach and advisor, helping you, the startup founder, to be better than yesterday every day.